Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's supporters are now gathering at the KwaMhlanga showgrounds in Mpumalanga, where a mass prayer service will be held for her. We now cross live to that event where our reporter Sipa Kema is standing by. Sipa, a very good morning to you. People have gathered to show some support for the Public Protector, who's really been, who's come under fire, who's really had a lot of backlash and a lot of critics coming out at her and calls for her to be removed from office. What's happening there as we speak?
Well, good morning to Mpo and good morning to the viewers. Well, today at KwaMhlanga, the Public Protector is expected to arrive any minute now, as a lot of people are inside the hall actually waiting on her to come. She's expected to be met by different church leaders from different religious and traditional backgrounds who are all here in support. And of course, we've seen some of the political parties in South Africa who are rooting for the Public Protector in her time of difficulty. And one of them, as we know, is that APC's leader, Mr. Themba Godi, who even has tweeted asking for donations to assist the Public Protector in paying the money back of 900,000 that was charged at personal cost for the court case against Minister Pravin Gordhan. But now, someone to tell us more about today, as well as the support that they've shown the Public Protector, is Mr. Godi. To tell us, Mr. Godi, I mean, we've seen you on social media, rooting for the Public Protector, calling for support, asking for donations. Why is that?
Well, we believe that at this point, the Public Protector needs the support of all right-thinking South Africans. Firstly, because she represents a Chapter 9 institution very central to our democracy, and that she must do her work without fear, favor or prejudice. And what we've seen is that it appears as if there are people who must not be touched, and because she has dared to touch them, she's being tarnished, she's being vilified, she's being made to look guilty whilst innocent, and the innocent are made to look, the guilty are made to look innocent. And we feel as the APC that it cannot be correct that we have an animal farm situation where there are people who are called upon to account and there are people who should not be. And her main sin has been to call people to account. And we therefore feel it is important for us to come here. Even though this is a prayer service, you have priests, pastors from different churches, you have seen a lot of traditional leaders. We should show face to say we are here, we stand for what is right, so that when history is written, it must be shown, like we've done during the liberation struggle, we're on the right side of history, and I believe we are on the right side of history today.
And now, Mr. Godi, I mean, with some of the criticism that comes after the Public Protector, we've seen some of the reports that she's had, which have had a lot of errors. Don't you take that into account, maybe that some of the findings were because of the clerical issues, administrative issues, and errors that she had on most reports?
Well, show me a perfect person.
But Mr. Godi, this is part of a job, a critical job.
No,
that
that's
is.
Fine. That's fine. That's why the Siriti Commission report done by a High Court judge has just been set aside by another judge. You see. So, look, fact of the matter is our system allows for people to appeal. And when you appeal and appeal successfully, we should actually applaud our system and say it means our system is working. That is what it is meant to be. But, you know, some of the loose language and colorful language that has been used by the judges, I have found that to be very, very problematic. Because instead of interpreting matters of the law, they have gone into a character to character assassinate her. And that has actually laid the foundation and the basis for what we're seeing in Parliament, where Parliament has now forgotten about the ad hoc committee to amend Section 25. And they are now running around, and the only thing they're focusing on is how to deal with the Public Protector. And they will be relying on those utterances from the courts, which I find to be very, very unfortunate.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Godi. That's APC leader, Mr. Godi, showing his support here today. We also saw ATM's leader, Vuyolwethu, and of course, Mr. Mzwanele Manye, and the ANC Women's League president, Bathabile Dlamini, is also present in support of the Public Protector.